installing some Temu rear mirrors. Yeah, you read that title right. Temu. I wouldn't buy safety equipment from Temu, like racing harness or seats or anything. Mirrors, even though you could categorize them as safety, I'm not gonna spend $400-600 on Rizonos. Just not gonna do it. That is just not a very good business sense move or personal move or any move, genuinely. Now, I currently have the NRC, which is like what, New Rage Cycles turn signals. Yeah, they're kind of cool, but I don't like not seeing what's behind me. So I want to change that. I want to do it on the cheaper side because there is money spent that should be spent in other ways. This is just not one of those times. So maintenance-wise, sure. You know, there's some things you don't want knockoffs. Some things are just like, eh. And this is one of those kind of moments. So, without further ado, let me at least show these to you. I've already had the pleasure of unboxing them, but for $13, it's not bad. So, they are like metally, right? They do make metally noises. They are also labeled, labeled right here for right, and then right squared. So that, what's this? Go down. I haven't even mocked these up yet. And you know what? It kind of adds to the aesthetic because a lot of older bikes, like this is the 07, they just don't, they're very naked in the front. So that's cool. Shouldn't take very long to do this. Kind of excited. It's just cool to kind of have mirrors again. You are going to need a 8mm and a hex or an Allen. Not sure on the size. Probably T5 or something. But yeah. And we're gonna go to take these off. This dude stripped it. That's okay, because we're about to take this. It's not on very tight. What that was, I don't even know what it looked like. Oh, what? Very lame. I have no idea where that could have went either. If I'm being honest here. You lift up the tab and not push down. One. Don't need it. Care. I really don't know if. Hey! Look at that! See, it comes in you. I don't even give a shit about the other one. The rubber isolators? Say less. Now here's the thing. What side do my guess. They both say R. Oh, no. Just a fucking idiot. Duh. Will you not become an idiot asking for a friend? When does that end? Alright, so cool thing. There's obviously 3 holes, so if you need to get under there, like this is obviously pretty loose. I thought I might have to take it off, but no. It is a H5, so 5-point. Right. Yeah, 5-point pentagon, right? Yep. You can tighten it. Cool. So that's good news. Good news, everybody. Pretty much sums that up. Yay, nay, how are we feeling? Do we like it, not like it? I think it looks better. All right, Let's hop on the ow, fucking balls. And not my balls, but my knee. Alright. Let's flip this bad boy up. Okay, well, here's what's gonna happen. Probably, while I have a little bit of effort, I'm gonna work on the bike, do a few things. Let me show you guys some of the things that need to get done. So I have a small leak coming from the rectifier wiring. So you got the rectifier, you've got wiring. So I gotta do that. So I've got a new O-ring for this, a new gasket for that. I've got to put the spring and washer back on this, because when this popped out, the spring came off with it. I didn't really know what it was for at the moment. So, but I've also got to line it up so it comes with a dot on them. Comes with a dot on them, and then there's a tiny mark on the shaft itself, and they got to line up. What else? I got a new one of these. I don't know if I necessarily need it right now. One of these days, I think I'm going to relocate the rectifier to inside the airbox. Probably do that at my dad's house. And then also, I'm gonna need to take off some of these fairings over here because coolant bottle is a wee bit empty. So I'll have to figure that out, but yeah, anyways, yeah. And I've got to do the clutch lever on this, so sit back, relax, let's see what I'm able to do. All right, so in here, I've got the gasket, the rectifier gasket. Ooh, all right, put that over there. This nut is for this right here, because notice how I've got some slop. I'm curious if it's either the lever or if this maybe got rounded out. I don't know, but I got a new nut for it. This is that bolt right here. So I put that on. This is the shift lever that I'm gonna put on. This is that O-ring for the starter. I forgot what I bought this for. Oh, this is that bolt for the shift lever, and then that's for the spring, and then I have the spring right here. I also have some FIPG, Toyota FIPG. If you don't know what FIPG stands for, it's form in place gasket. Yeah. Being as a Toyota boy and someone who grew up around Toyotas and did work on nothing but Toyotas for the most part, I've done a lot of things with FIPG, and I think it's probably one of the best. Honda Bond is also really good. I've heard Yamaha Bond is also pretty good. I don't know. I went tried and true, reliable Toyota FIPG. Probably not gonna do this. I got oil. Do an oil change, which probably not gonna do right here, right now. I don't think a lot of oil is gonna spill out when I take off that cover, so I'm not like too stressed about it. And then I've got some chain lube, spark plugs, oil filter. I'm not gonna do the spark plugs yet either. That's probably gonna be something where I'm over at my dad's house, kind of knocking that out where I have more room and whatnot. But in order for me to ride, get it to my dad's house, I need to fix the oil leak coming from the rectifier cover. And then I'm just gonna replace the shift arm. Probably mess with the slack a little bit and kind of go from there and see what happens. All right, well, we are going to and then do it, right? All right, so let's see what we got to do here. Whew. Worried about that piece. So, yeah, basically this is just, you've got your needle bearing. So this is a needle bearing. Found everywhere. Over yonder. What the fuck is this? It's clutch. That's concerning, right? Yeah, would you be a little concerned if you saw that coming out of your fucking bike? just had crisscross applesauce since 3rd grade. Just kind of putting them in order. And honestly, I don't think you even need to. I think they're all the same size. Pretty sure, yeah, they're all the same size. Looks like I need a rectifier. Ew. It's just wiring all fucking torn up, bro. Fucking ate itself. Well, chat, I think that's gonna end today's progress. Yeah. Was not expecting this, which sucks because I wanted to go ride this weekend. But shit, I wanted to go ride in like 2 days, so I guess that won't be happening. And a good thing that I decided to end up doing this today, because I was gonna wait till Tuesday to do that, because I was gonna go, or tomorrow, and then the next day I was gonna go ride. And thankfully I didn't, because this I'm getting eaten alive. So yeah, I gotta order a new rectifier. I gotta figure out how to take this off, because every video I've seen when people take them off, this comes with it. So that's gonna be new and interesting for me. But yeah. And on that bombshell, yeah, I will see you. I'll just hop back into this video and we'll just go from there. But bye. Chat, welcome back. Hopping back into another video. It's another day, another video. As you can see, I've done some stuff. This is probably 2 hours worth of work. Nah, probably less than that. So I just got off of work like 20 minutes ago, and I have been taking my break and my lunch. I've come down here and just kind of like fiddled with it. I've probably took like a half hour worth of unscheduled breaks, just because I wanted to work on it. So I disconnected the battery, got obviously some of the frame or the fairings off. This is the left side, obviously tank cover, you got the seats and that. Got that off because I wanted to mess with the headlight. Yeah, downside of buying used. So this was all fucky, for better for, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Actually, yeah, you know, because I can always redo it, whatever. So, obviously, previous owner wanted to do wanted to do an LED conversion. And I don't know if this is the right one anyways. It's an H7. I'm not really sure, because this doesn't say what it is. It is a Type S, though. It's like, as far as off the shelf, pretty reputable. But it doesn't necessarily fit, because you can't put this over the LED fan. So what he did instead, he shoved it in here and just kind of left it. It won't even like lock in. So it's kind of locked in, but when you do that, because this is not facing, the LEDs are not facing the proper direction, which should be just straight down, but it's loose. So he just left it in there. So I have a feeling that's why my headlight's been like cockeyed. It's just a little bent. Nothing wrong with a little curve, right? Right? Nothing wrong with a little curve. Pretty sure I was told that. So yeah, so instead of leaving it in here, you left it in here and then left this kind of exposed. So what I've done, and I'll have to redo this off camera, or at least with two hands, is I have that in there, have this over it to kind of keep it in place, and then I am going to order LEDs for both. And ideally, I think Morimoto, the 2-stroke 4.0 LED that they sell, I think works with this better from what I have seen. So I'll redo that. But yeah, I mean, it's missing the cushions here, missing cushions here. So it's supposed to be 4 cushions, so that's missing. So even when this isn't solid, like, it's actually pretty solid for the most part. It's missing obviously a screw there, a screw there. But yeah, so that's all out. I do love taking apart things. I don't know. It's been fun doing this at my pace. Took this off, obviously. So here's the wiring. He took the corner lights out, if you noticed. I have no, where are they? I have no corner lights in there because they were zip tied away. So I got to buy some T10 bulbs. Pretty easy to get this out. It's just 1, 2, 3, and I think that's really it. I think I'm about to take this side on and off. I mean, last we left off, we found the old stator. I don't have the stator in here, but this I found out is a Amazon like $30 stator cover. I mean, it looks cool, so I understand why he bought it. So bought that and then bought a Rick stator, which I ended up just buying another Rick stator because it has the plug for it already. So bought another Rick stator, but I got a really cool one coming that arguably is as good or better than OEM that a lot of people use. So thank God for Black Friday. So I got a new one of these coming along with the stator. I did get the stator out. It wasn't that difficult, but yeah. I think I might need a water pump. So I'll end up having to test that theory when I get the bike all back together. Started taking the airbox off. It does have a Canon filter, so that's cool. It is missing a breather hose. This does not go to this. This goes to the top of the airbox. Everything else looks pretty clean for the most part, right? So I am going to have to ask my neighbor if he's got a screwdriver so I can get. I loosened this one up. You see that screw right there? Yeah, loosen that one up. It's only facing this way because it's loose now. But I need to get the how might you see that? I don't see. Anyway, I have to take the ITBs off. So yeah, I take each one of them, and there's a screw on each one. So gotta do that, which I guess I'm going to do because I'm just kind of bored. I'm in the zone, and I feel like doing something, being productive. Disconnected the battery. I need to replace this. I do have this as a new part along with a new screw as well as this, but I don't think I need a new one of those. But yeah, so I need to get that. I need to mess with the cable tension over here. I need to install the spring back on that. Oh! Check this out. What the heck? What the heck? So you notice how that one looks like it was, it's been used, the top bolt, right? So it's been used. Same with right there. You can kind of tell the outline, right? This one I didn't change at all. Of course I need. This one, I didn't move at all. And look where it's at. Look at that. It's not on the top one. It's on the bottom one. No wonder my left leg was cramping. What the just good Lord. And this doesn't look like it's seated all the way. Is that even made for a that's not even made for a recessed bolt. How can you tell? Notice how it's recessed, where this is a bolt to go into recession. Not like a government recession. I'm trying to think of the female part is a recession, or where the I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But so I gotta figure out what's up with this and why it's doing that. Yeah, everything else. I got a new clutch coming for it. That should be here. We got new clutch coming for it. That should be here Friday. Got a new windscreen for it. I wanted a clear double bubble, which is why that's out instead of that. I also got some new hardware. Oh, but yeah, I think I'm gonna attempt to do spark plugs. We'll see how far along I get on doing it. We'll see if I can even get these off. I definitely think that they probably need to get done. But so far, pretty clean. Like, not bad. Now you get to actually see it without the tank cover on. God. That's definitely, I don't know if it's been dropped or what. That's, I think, a seal or like someone attempted. And this is all like damaged over here. I'm like half tempted to go on eBay and just find one that's not been wrecked and just get it painted the same, because I don't really like the tank cover, honestly. Would rather just not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been fun taking this apart. Feels good. So yeah. Wish me luck that I don't need a water pump, because frankly, I'm basically drained out of money. Luckily, my work's gonna be offering overtime soon, but still. Okay, I am going to get back at it, and then we'll go from there. All right, chat, we're hopping back into this video. Hopefully gonna finish a good portion of this stuff today. Ideally get it running today. It is currently 2:37 on Black Friday. Yesterday, Thanksgiving Day, I didn't really do too much. I did do the spark plugs. Those were about 15 minutes. It didn't take super long to do, and I did the OEM plugs and everything came out fine. I got the air box and didn't necessarily relocate the rectifier yet, but I did drill a hole for the wires to go in. And since my rectifier bolts aren't going to get here till tomorrow, I found these, which are the same length as the factory ones. If these are even factory, I have no idea what's factory on this, because obviously I bought the bike, but it's the same thread pitch. So we should be good. Same thread pitch. All right, so yeah, here's the factory ones. One of them made it out okay. This one started getting sheared, and this one started getting sheared as well. So that's toss. I also got some blue Loctite for those, because it doesn't look like it, actually we know that it was not Loctite before and it started to back out. So got that done. I showed you in the last video about removing these. However, I showed you the wrong ones that I removed, or that I was attempting to remove. Okay. Showing you guys these ones down here, and these are not the correct ones to do. So don't listen to the earlier part of me. They are these ones, and they sit on top, and they're kind of a bitch to get to. You can use like this, and I think even, yeah, this one to get the first one. You have to be kind of clever and whatever, find your way about it. So yeah, gonna do relocate the rectifier. I opened my clutch box because there's stuff to go over. Obviously got my woodcraft and whatnot. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the clutch disc, like the fabric disc, and then these are all like pressure plates, what you can consider like a pressure plate equivalent to a car, except there's 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have 2, which I believe these are the 2 outers. I think this is the second to last one, and then this one, and then these 2, and this plate. So I'm gonna go upstairs and watch a video and just make sure I get the orientation correctly. And then we get to install stator, which I'm still waiting on the actual stator itself. That should be here in realistically the next like 15 minutes. Also, if anyone knows where this is supposed to go, that would be great. I'm pretty sure it's not just supposed to dangle and touch my rear fender all the time, or my front fender all the time. So, yep, we got a lot to do. Or at least it sounds like a lot to do. Realistically, I give myself like probably 3-4 hours. So it's 2:48 right now. I'll probably get to pop in at like 3-ish, maybe a little after 3, and then yeah, kind of just go for there. So, and I don't really have a lot of tools, but we'll get it situated. I'm not really worried about this. I've never really done this obviously on a bike. I've done clutches on like my CR85 and my CRF250 and whatnot. A little bit different on this, but yeah, so we're gonna double check everything and get it situated. Until then, guys, we'll be back. I'm gonna go do my research real quick and then get started. Hopefully the rectifier gets here. Obviously, we also need to do an oil change and whatnot, so yeah, but toodles. All right, we are back. Kind of sort of got some stuff done. So obviously, I already said we did spark plugs yesterday. So airbox is back on. That's all connected. The relays, I don't even know what sensor that is, but a sensor of some sort, probably like maybe an IAT sensor or MAV, I don't know. Anyways, those are back on. I got this situated. I cleaned the shit out of this because it had a bunch of debris from the rotor eating itself. I hope this is okay. I'm very upset if it's not. I'm quite literally like out of money. So this all better fucking work. Yeah, I've got this replaced, got the spring in, replaced, got the clutch all adjusted. So that's all situated. Since what I'm waiting for is my rectifier, or not rectifier, stator, FedEx, and I don't know why anyone ships with FedEx, because as per usual, they are late, and they said they're gonna get here at 5, and it is 4:47. I've saw a FedEx truck driver drive by at like 3:30 and didn't drop anything off, so I think I was lied to. Not surprised. I genuinely do not like FedEx. UPS, I don't really like USPS either, but whatever. So, that being said, I guess the vehicle, or this will not be running tonight. So I am going to go ahead and tackle the clutch. Oh, I did an oil change, that's right. I'm gonna tackle the clutch, get all that situated. Fingers crossed I do it right. But pretty much once that's done, I mean, I guess I could put the tank down. The tank doesn't really need to be up right now, so I guess I could put that down, and then, no, probably not, because I'm going to install my quad lock thing. But unfortunately, tonight's really the only night I get to work on it. Really hoping it'd be done tonight, because I gotta go pick up my girlfriend and my son from her mom's house out in Vegas. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, so I'm doing a turn and burn, probably leaving here at 9 a.m. because I'm gonna work some overtime from work, and probably like 5 to 9 a.m. or 6 to 9 a.m. And get that situated. But leave at 9, probably get there, I think 1 o'clock their time, because they're an hour behind right now. Yeah, just annoying. I didn't want the bike to be in here when my son got home, because I don't want him playing with it, because it's obviously very easy. I have a motorcycle cover, but when everything is taken apart, it's kind of fucked. So that is incredibly annoying. I don't know, like, I could put a good portion, I mean, I could pretty much put it all back together, right? Like, all of this could all go back together. The only thing I probably will keep off will be this, because I want to bleed the coolant system. And this guy has like a driven radiator, which is a 2-bar pressure, which, if I recall, 1 bar is 14.7, I think, something like that. So 2 bars, so about 30 psi, and I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. So hopefully the culmination of things that I'm doing will fix the overheating issue. And it wasn't overheating, it was just going up to like 215, 218, 220. Some people say that that's normal. I don't know if it's that normal, because it was only like 80 degrees outside, 80, 85. And I didn't sit for very long. So with the culmination of, I've even read that the rectifier being right here, it overheating could cause the bike to overheat. I don't know if that's the validity in that, but that being relocated may help, and then just bleeding the coolant system hopefully will help as well. Especially because it's got a more Mafia tune, and it turns on the fans at 185. I shouldn't be seeing such high numbers in like 80 to 90 degree weather. So yeah, yeah, I guess I'll get to the clutch and kind of get that started and kind of go from there. Hopefully that doesn't take me too long. It is currently 4:50 p.m. Black Friday, so we will see how long this takes. Update. Clutch cover is off. So far, everything is looking good. As far as that goes, you know what doesn't look good though? Look, this fucking gasket is like just, it's obviously never been done since 2007 when it was assembled. But I've got like residue on there. I don't have any sandpaper, at least I can't find my sandpaper, so I gotta go buy some sandpaper. Try to get some of this off so I can actually do the clutch. Not that it prevents me from doing the clutch, I just obviously need to reseal it, and I need to do this before everything closes. So off the Vato zone I go, and then hopefully we can finish this up. Update from FedEx. Guess what? Scheduled new delivery date. Go fucking figure. So tomorrow it'll probably get delivered, which does me no good because I'll be doing the turn and burn to Vegas. Won't get home till probably 8 or 9 p.m. And then I don't know, maybe the rectifier will get delivered tomorrow. Should be able to get the clutch done today. If I get the clutch done tonight, put oil in it. Obviously can't start it because I don't have a fucking little stator in then. Probably put obviously clutch cover on, clutch will be done. Probably gonna install my quad lock charger that I have. Then, because I gotta run it and it's gotta tie to the battery, so I want to be able to snake it through there. Put the gas tank down. I can probably realistically put all of the fairings except for this side on. Maybe while she's putting him to bed, I'll be able to do the rectifier, because the rectifier won't take long. I'll be able to do the rectifier, and then as long as I get the rectifier done, I should be able to start it. But yeah, this was whatever. I mean, love-hate relationship with adversity. Like, to an extent, having to borrow this part was like, hey, cool, right? I don't have to do all this stuff myself. I'm cool with that. But when things don't happen the way that they're supposed to happen, like, I would have already been done with the stator. I would have been done with the left side already. And I would have been over here on the right side being like, whatever I got to do. I would rather have not have done this and the gasket come off neatly. But of course that doesn't happen, so whatever. I'm going to push through, get the clutch done tonight. Still got them soaking, and then we'll go from there. But I'll be back. Deuces. All right, we're back. I got some 320 grit. Not that I'm gonna, I guess, do it right now, but I wanted to grab this before AutoZone closed. It is currently almost like 6 o'clock, so still working on it. Now we're gonna start doing the clutch, and then I'm gonna try to make sure to pay attention to how it is done. So, beveled in, flat side out. Okay, it is now 7 p.m. and I basically got all the gunk off. This gasket is just 2007. Yeah. So clutch discs replaced. Where is my light? Why do I lose shit so easily? It's right on the other side. Anyways, clutch disc replaced. Clutch is in. It's pretty easy to do that. I've already got the gasket on for the new one. Got to put a little dabble of FIPG in here, screw this stuff back in, and then this can go back on. And then I will probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I don't know. I'll probably do the quad lock just to get that situated so I can run all the wires and get that done, and then I can lower the tank. And then once I lower the tank, I could probably start putting like the front and the left side fairing on. I think it's actually right here. And prepare for tomorrow. Yeah. I'm just still upset that my rectifier didn't get here, because honestly, I would have been way more motivated. Like, I'm probably still gonna finish at like 9 o'clock. And then that's basically it until tomorrow. Be sick if FedEx delivered like hella early in the morning, but even then I'm still gonna work overtime. I feel bad, like my girlfriend and son are coming home to my bike still in the house with all of the smells. Smells like, I don't know, it just smells like a shop. I feel bad because I got all the windows open, and it's gonna take a few days for the scent to dissipate. It's obviously not harmful. The scent in of itself is not harmful. It's breathing the actual chemicals that are harmful. So I already did all that for them. I breathed in all the chemicals for them, so they don't have to. Whatever. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna put you guys back down and put this on, and then go from there. Clutch is done. So cool, hell yeah. Clutch is done. Time to move on to the quad lock. Here's my quad lock. Here's the quad lock it came with. Got a charging one, so it's obviously got to go to the battery. I'm gonna figure out how to knock that out. So. Well, that was pretty easy. So, quad lock's on, USB charger. I wish I would have known that they had a wireless charger before I bought this one, but what are you gonna do? Just route it down over here, up, down, down under there. And then we've got ground and power. Put them there so they don't move while I work. Okay, so another thing checked. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. We'll see. We'll find out. All right, pretty much done for the night. It is currently 8:52 p.m. Black Friday. What did I start at this? Like 3 o'clock, 3:30? Front end's back on. Honestly, probably gonna get a fairing bolt kit because missing one up here. Not that it's missing, but it was very jankily done and it wasn't even like properly screwed on. But yeah, this is basically what it'll look like, other than waiting for my clear double bubble windshield. And then I also got blue hardware because the spike shit was kind of gay. We're back. Hopping back into the video. Different day. It is now Sunday, after Thanksgiving weekend. Decided to all put back together. The stator is in. I didn't obviously film that. I was just trying to get it done. Everything assembled. Got the radiator cap off with that. Clutch is all done, so we're good there. We are about to do the first start and see what's what. So. Well, that obviously did not go well, so 1 sec. Alright, I guess we're gonna go for fucking 2. Good God. So far so good. We got a little drip coming out the top of the coolant, but I'm waiting for it to hit 180, 185 before it opens up the radiator. So it opens up the thermostat and it'll actually start flowing through the radiator. Because as of right now, it's just flowing through the block. It's not actually going through the radiator yet. And that won't happen until the thermostat opens at 180, 184, 185-ish. And then it should suck a bunch of water through, so we'll see. Check this out. So I adjusted the clutch on the old clutch, and now I have so much slack. So I am going to need to adjust the clutch again. So yeah. So the thermostat was supposed to open at 184, and it hasn't yet. Maybe I am full with water. Very interesting. 190.